Hello and welcome. What we're going to do in this video is define the benefit package for what we call a uninsurable type person. And you know who you are. You've already been turned down by every insurance company you've called. What we're going to define is a very good plan. There's many plans that we have depending upon your situation. So let's talk about this. You may want to go out to the video and watch a definition of benefits for the insurable, because a lot of the plan is basically the same. There's a few things that we're going to change around, case specific. On our package of plan, the one thing that we're going to definitely change is the health piece, because you can't qualify for a hospital surgical, a hospitalization, a major medical. They're just going to kick you out. Now, there are some products that you can qualify for, critical illness, cancer, life insurance, depending upon what event is keeping you from qualifying for the health insurance. There are some products out there that will accept you. They're pretty lenient. There's a few knockout questions, and a couple of our products in here are what we call guaranteed issue. Doesn't matter height, weight, past history, doesn't matter. Medicaid, none of it matters. It's guaranteed issue. Our accident plan, our disability piece, if you have verifiable income, our wellness benefits and our lifestyle benefits, they're all guaranteed issue. A few knockout questions on those. And our health plan, it's a guaranteed issue, but you have to decide what the coverage is going to be. Now, follow me with this, on this. There's 4 categories that you're going to fall into if you are, quote, uninsurable. You're going to be average income, low or no medications. You're going to be average income, heavy medications. You're going to be high income, low or no medications, high income, heavy medications. Okay, we're going to address each one of these. Now basically, the health piece works like this. Most people are familiar with Medicare. They just don't understand how they figure out how much they pay on each event. Well, everything has what's called a CPT code. We addressed this earlier, but every shot, every stitch, every pill, all this stuff has codes associated with it, and Medicare has established the cost for it. Our plan is not Medicare, but it pays like that. Our plan will pay, depending on what plan you choose, anywhere from 60 to 100% of the CPT allowable cost for that code. Okay? Now, this plan, guaranteed issue, it's going to be a little bit more than if you were healthy, but it will be less than the risk pool. Okay, we're going to fall in the middle somewhere. Then we take that, we package it with this stuff depending upon, can I get all of it or can I get just parts and pieces of it. The beautiful thing about this plan, it has a 0 deductible, but it just pays with the allowable code. Now, what if my doctor bills me more than what the allowable cost is? What do? That's probably going to happen, but there's 2 things. Typically, doctors will charge 15–20% above what the CPT code is, typically, or they'll accept that. Now, there's 2 things that can happen. They'll either write it off. If you say, hey, this is what it pays, they may just say, great, we'll take that and be happy with it, or they'll bill you for the difference. If they bill you for the difference, this is where you're out of pocket because you don't have a deductible. This is where some of your out-of-pocket expense could come into play. But remember, we addressed in our wellness package, we have a patient advocacy group that works with us. Anytime your bill is over, let's say $1,000, we turn it over to the patient advocacy and let them go to work and do the negotiating for us. Instead of you having to do that, we use the patient advocacy. That's all they do. They're the professionals. Okay? Now, if we have average income, low or no medications, we would take that plan, this plan here, this health piece, and get the parts and pieces here, just like an insurable person. If there's a few pieces we can't get, I would recommend watching the video on putting some money away and some financial strategies to use in case we had a cancer or something that would cause us not to be able to work. We have to be able to have some kind of income generation and or a referral program. We've got to figure out how to be able to replace that income, and if we can't get it here, we better be figuring out how to do that. Okay? Average income, low or no meds. We would get the health plan, whatever package we can, low or no meds. There's really no reason to get a drug card if our medications are next to nil. Okay, we just pay it out of pocket. Okay, average income, heavy meds. What do we do on this? Well, we have a drug advocacy group that works with us. If you fall into certain guidelines, and you can look out on the web, we put the guidelines out here in the pricing to show you the cost of it. If you fall within the income levels, you can get your drugs capped at a certain amount. It's a very cool deal, okay? But you would use the same health plan, guaranteed issue, and just get the drug advocacy piece put on it, depending upon how many medications will determine the cost, okay? High income, low or no meds. High income, I would get the same health plan. And there are some alternative plans that we could talk about, but I'm not going to address them. It's going to be case specific, and I don't want to confuse you. This is a basic overview. High income, I'd get the same plan. Low or no meds, I can pay my medications out of pocket. High income, heavy meds. Here's where you're going to probably have to move to a state risk pool. In Texas, we have a state risk pool. It's a major medical plan. I would run a high deductible. You're going to get the drug card on it, and then maybe put a couple of these pieces with it. If you have a high deductible plan, like $7,500, I think is our max right now, put some of these other pieces with it, so it, if you have high income, it's not going to affect you too bad. But I would still protect that income with an accident plan. Maybe you get critical illness, disability, and so on, just to protect the nest egg. Why? If you can buy the insurance cheap, and it's cheap to carry for the coverage, in my opinion, there's no reason to not carry it. That's my opinion, okay? If you have questions on this, give us a call. We'll talk to you later.